young team and what they're trying to build over here, they're probably the ones that excite you the most moving forward in this division. So with that, we move forward. Let's go ahead and jump into Stafford and the Rams win an OT thriller versus the Colts 29-23. And there's much to be desired here with the Rams because the Rams actually went into this game and they were up 20-0. And they were absolutely dominating the Colts. And then next thing you know, Anthony Richardson just got a spark and just went off and figured out a way to score 23 unanswered points and get his team into overtime, but they fell short in that accord because pretty much, Nakua Puku, he was able to have a big moment yesterday, 9 receptions, 163 yards, and he finished off the Colts with that final touchdown yesterday as well, too, which was his first touchdown of his NFL career. Matt Stafford had 319 yards on 27 of 40 throwing with a touchdown. Kyron Williams probably was the player of the game yesterday. No, he was the player of the game yesterday with his 25 carries for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's been an absolute asset and blessing for the Rams this season. And it moves them to 2-2, and it moves them to a very curious 2-2. What can this Rams team really be? Are they a playoff team? That's a big question. They look like a playoff team somewhat yesterday. They got the pieces to say that they can be a playoff team. You got Cooper Kupp still coming back, who's a Super Bowl champion. You got Matt Stafford, Super Bowl champion. Aaron Donald, Super Bowl champion. You still got the core of the guys that were there when you won the championship. So the Rams still have that working for them in a sense, but at the same time, too, they're a team that just can't hold leads at the same time. And I think that it's a work in progress year for them. 467 total yards. Last week, they had the same type of game, but they weren't able to score. And then they got stagnant. And that's what happened yesterday. They scored, then they got stagnant. And then they let the Colts back into the game because they were just out on the field way too much. But when you get 20 more plays than the other team and you still got to go to overtime with it, there's some things that you got to fix, and you got to fix it fast, in my opinion. So with that, the Rams did very well, 29 to 23. They had a really, really good team win, but they tried to lose that game. Let's keep it real. Anthony Richardson, 200 yards throwing, 11 to 25. Another kind of inaccurate day, but he was able to get the big plays off. That's the whole thing. That's exactly what he's been doing all year. Then he gets 56 yards on the ground running and, threw for 2 touchdowns yesterday, found Ali Cox and Ogletree. We see that he's pretty, comfortable with the tight ends as well. So this was good. This was good for Anthony Richardson as a growth game in a sense. But all in all, though, the Rams, great win for them yesterday. Colts, bad loss because the Colts felt like they were building momentum. And you know what? This will kind of throw you off a little bit, but you go into next week with a whole lot of confidence, in my opinion, because you know exactly what you have in Anthony Richardson. You got yourself an absolute weapon and an absolute unit with the guy that can run and pass. So with that, we move forward. Let's go ahead and jump into